Life's given me more than I can take. It's getting even harder to walk in my own shoes.
It is May 19th, and you are here for the WeP3 Weekly Debrief. You're listening to WeP3 Radio, produced with the partnership of Reads Across America Radio and the mission to remember the fallen, honor the generation, the value of freedom created by the men and women who have served our country. Currently playing on WeP3 Radio, Mark Ware, Shooting Whiskey, Killing Time.
Patriot Pride.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and/or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Jeremy Daniels is present.
He is in the house. Jeremy Daniels, good to see you, brother. Every time, all the time. Oh, that's weird. Did we post that twice? We did. That's all good.
What'd you post?
Our little. We know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms we have and allow us to do what we do daily. Patriot Pride. It's got posted twice.
Okay, I got to tell you a secret. Mm-hmm. Oh, there it all is. I can see it all now. I was seeing nothing.
David Willis, good to see you, brother. Oh,
sorry, we're fighting.
No, fighting. Life's life. And Glenn Field, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Just checking out some of your posts today.
Woo-hoo.
We are fam. You know what? I like that you say that, David. I'm not going to call them out. I hope they're taking time and they're just checking in today. I'm going to respond to an email I got today. We don't divorce in WeP3. We don't get rid of each other. We don't say goodbye. It is just a recalibration, man. We're fam. That's exactly it, man. We are family. That's the way it works. And you don't always like that step. I never had a stepmother, but you don't always like that. Oh, I kind of did, I guess. But it didn't. It's not that I didn't or did like her. It's, I mean, you don't get a stepmother when you turn like 28 years old. That's not a stepmother, right?
I think it still can be. Yeah, I think it still can be.
No.
Sure. Monster.
Right. That's right. No,
family.
You don't get mom at 27 years old. That's not how it works.
Dude, if your dad was alive right now, I'd just go marry him just so you could eat your words, because I would be the worst.
You would not.
Monster.
You would not be my mom. That's for sure.
That would be funny.
I mean,
sit down now and don't you sass me.
Some crazy ass biatch not even gonna come in the house. No, it's all good.
Don't you
we are family, folks, and that's why what we do works. You know what? We have our moments, we have our seconds, I got a lot of stuff going on right now, right in between these two holes on the side of my head. Last night during our show, hey fam, Terry Daniels. Last night this is not brilliant work, folks. I'm going to tell you this right now. I came up with a thought, and it's a heart condition. Our world, Eichmann ticks me off when she does this. Our world has a heart condition, and it is not looking out, taking care of, and supporting others. We have found it's in our media. We have found a culture that is like, let's divide and separate and keep them freaking spinning. And you know what? Reality is, our men and women in the service do that too. I mean, we got the Army-Navy game. You know, Army's always going to be better. It is the way it is. It is, you know, you got those Marines that can't keep their paws off the crayons. It is what it is. You got those. No, I'm totally joking. But I know there are some people that get sensitive about this stuff. I don't know who they are, but I'm going to say they get sensitive about it. Yeah, brother. How do we fix the heart condition? That's my question. How do we get people involved? How do we create a new, is it a new culture? I don't know if it's a new culture, because I do think there are good people out there doing good things. But it always seems like we're trying to take away. News doesn't tell the great stories. They tell how, again, split and divide, and about how someone's doing something terrible. So I know that when I hear someone doing something terrible, it's like, I don't want to be around that person. There's our reality. But we're not fostering growth. We're not fostering that positive mindset. We're not fostering the things. My brain's going into a space that we're not going to get into right now, because Andrea's got to screen it, and I'll text it to her while she's talking at some point right now. We get the warm, fuzzy feels when we see certain things that happen. Yeah, but we're not taking care of each other. And there's a lot of people that are learning new information that's been out there for a long time. But then they're coming into our space, spilling all the information, spinning all the stuff and craziness. And then they're like, "Did you know that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we've known this for 5 years, and we've got our hands on them. We're working with them, and you are now not helping. Let's go. How you believe a veteran should be seen? Who am I? Are we truly a tribe? Can we get the extremes of veterans to come together? I know. I think I know what you're talking about, David. I think you know. You got your Army Rangers, you've got your Navy SEALs, you got your combat involved veterans, you have your non-combat veterans, you got women in the military, you got men in the military. We've got things happening where we're getting rid of DIE, DEI, all the ABCs, CDEFGs. I can we? Can we? Um, where do you take your pride in your service? Do people take pride in their service? Do we have? I've got so many things. So I was pondering. Here's my pondering. We have some people. I took a phone call this weekend. We have some people that are in need. A lot of our Vietnam veterans, they have like significant health needs right now. And we have a person that is giving aid to 1 and 2, 3 of these service members, and they're frustrated because no one else is helping. I get the frustration. I get and I understand. And then we talk about the little boy with the starfish on the beach throwing the starfish into the ocean, and the old man says, "Hey, you're not making a difference." The little boy says, "I made a difference for that one." Okay, all that. Yes, we're going to make a difference for 11111. Okay, I get that. My brain is, do we take ownership of our society as a culture? And I'm talking like specifically veterans. I'm talking, so here, this is where I'm at. In my brain, and this is my go feel good place, in my brain, I feel like we have it's almost 12 million retired people in the military in our country. There's roughly 3 million enlisted people in the military. Okay, round numbers here. I know that not everyone that has served is continuing the mission in a way, and or should they? I mean, my question is, should they? Because my goodness, how awesome would it be if we had a facility where we had trained people that have served. It doesn't have to be just the nurses, doesn't have to just be the people that worked in like the medical field, this and that, but could walk into a facility that's housing these veterans that can't take care of themselves right now. And that, I mean, literally, I think we could have one-on-ones that could be there for companionship. And I'm not saying you get to hang out with Billy Bob Snuffy all the time, the entire time, or blah, blah, blah. But I'm thinking 12 million people that have previously served understand and know what it was to serve. What if you gave 1 day a month, 8 hours, 1 day a month to help with the service member? I don't know. Yeah, you don't have to ask me those questions, Miss Eichmann. Just get her done. We had two amazing guests. And I'm going to tell you right now, our show last night, of the 255, 253 episodes that we've put out with we got your 6 at 6. It's a top 5 show. We had 2 veterans on last night, an amazing musician and an amazing gentleman from Minnesota who runs a nonprofit. And the conversation we had post show, you'll get to see all the dynamics in the show if you take time to go watch it. Do we just build the beans? Because I'm so far off the script right now, Miss Eichmann, and I apologize. Yeah. I'm just going to tear the Band-Aid off because my head is in that space. We had the amazing Jesus Daniel Hernandez. Miss Eichmann says it completely different than I do, which we kind of jokingly talked about this prior to the show with Jesus. I mean, I should just put my full redneck out there. It's Jesus Daniel Hernandez, folks. He is a musician on another level. And we always talk about how we don't put a hierarchy to the musicians that are in our network that you listen to on WeP3 Radio, because literally all of our musicians are amazing. But I can say he's our favorite. He's our favorite opera singer because we've only got one so far. And I hope none of you rolled your eyes when I said opera singer, because here's the deal. Before we knew Jesus, I probably rolled my eyes saying, oh, we're bringing on an opera singer. I probably did that. His stuff will floor you. The passion, the drive. And what's really weird is the story behind his songs. And some of the stuff that sounds like this very romantic, slow, is about the devil. And that's those Italians hide that stuff in their language, is the devil talk. No, I'm totally joking. That's not true. But we had 3 amazing songs last night with Jesus, and then we had that nonprofit. We had Zach Johnson, and he runs, don't say anything, Roger Up. I was having my moment. Roger Up, and my goodness, again, I'm stealing all this stuff right now, but Zeus lost a child, an older child,
An adult child,
an older child, in the late part of the year. And absolute catastrophic to him, as it should be. We should not be burying our children. And sadly and unfortunately, Mr. Hernandez had to bury his child, and is absolutely heartbroken about it, as he should be. There's one of his songs that he sings, and I'm going to do terrible with the songs because they're all in Italian, and I don't know how to speak Italian or Spanish or any of the 92 languages Mr. Hernandez can speak. But as he's sharing the story behind his song and relaying it, Zach is attaching it to his relationship with the members he's lost in his team that he served over in Iraq. And so they're both having these moments, and they're talking through it during the show. And it was life altering. It literally, in my book, it was. And just knowing that we have men and women that have these traumas that are military or non-military related, and they don't always know how to deal with it on the front end, and it takes time, and it's building and growing. And it was an absolute amazing evening of growth, and both of these men accepted that, communicated that, and we built like some significant relationships last night because of it. And that is 100% why the People's Patriot Project is designed the way that it's designed. Mind you, none of this was created back in the day with the idea that we were going to be running podcasts and live streams. It wasn't even part of the plan. But it's not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep going. We're going to build this thing up. We're going to grow it. We are going to collaborate with other organizations. We are going to be transparent, and we're going to do what we can with what we have. And I saw Miss Kimmer in there. I saw you, Miss Kimmer. I'm excited that you're here. And I did read all the stuff. So we good. We good. I don't know if it necessarily works that way, but we good. So we'll figure that piece out. Do we back this truck up, Miss Eichmann? And do I give you your little start of why we do the debrief?
Do you want to go all the way to the beginning now? Now,
yeah.
After sharing time with Mr. Peterson and his, what's your drink of choice?
It's a black soda.
I tried Happy Dad's drinks this weekend. Do they make you happy? Happy Dad's.
Yeah, it's not fair because it's a Happy Mom's drink where it circles out, crosses, and then says Happy Dad's. That doesn't. It's wrong. It's bad marketing.
Okay. Do you really want to go all the way back to the beginning? You didn't really say
well,
it.
Why do we do this?
You brushed past it a little bit, and let me just find this way back here. I did want to share a sentiment, and Zach is here now. I see Zach. I do think there was some amazing connection made all the way around last night, and I'm hoping to see fruits of those connections. And we're not done making connections. I think it'll be pretty cool for quite some time. You guys, we do this. We just keep rolling with this. Sometimes we forget, but we do know why we get to do this. Thank you to the service members and first responders that have committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the freedoms we have that allow us to do what we do daily. I think that I'm in the old adage of we signed the dotted line, not we, but they. I'm not included, but and not everybody does it for the same reason. Right? We all have different reasons. I think there's probably a whole generation of people that went out there and they needed some college money, and the GI Bill looked pretty incredible, right? And that may have been their first reason. And then they may have learned some things along the way, we hope. And it all comes down to, you know what you're signing up for, the possibilities of what you're signing up for, but nothing is ever quite real until you are in the moment and you are there. Just let me say thank you. And Peterson can talk about everybody else that puts their big fat heads on the pillows of freedom at night so that they don't have to worry. I was just telling Zach today how much I appreciate the fact that if my house is on fire, I can do what I can. I mean, I'm going to try to get my family and my dogs out, and then I'm going to call 911. I trust that at the other end, there is someone who is trained and willing to take care of what needs to happen after that. We just had like 3 continuous fire alarms at the school Friday morning. Oh, and I laugh because of course it was a faulty smoke detector in an elevator. And thank goodness no one was stuck in the elevator, but the kids were just coming in from the buses and it goes off. So we all pack up and we get out and we stand there for good. And it was chilly. Thank goodness I thought to grab my jacket because I'm a freeze baby. We probably stood there a good 20 some minutes, probably got to 30 minutes. And then, the fire responders were doing what they do. And kids are like, what's going on? It's never real. We saw smoke. And then, of course, you guys, if you ever want to know what's going on, you don't ask your principal or the PD or the FD. Probably the Hastings community page people. They all got a handle on it.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part is, not funny maybe, I don't know, is that, honest to Pete, I think we teachers, we're the last ones to know what just happened in our building. Because for real, the parents all got emails. And then they were posting on Facebook. Oh, it's craziness. Anyway, we always get the real story, though, in the end, which is pretty cool. But anyway, we knew. And kids are all getting impatient. They're like, what do we do? And then the alarm went off again just as we were getting in the doors. So we all were like, and then the third time. And we're like, is this for real? Can I just go grade papers? Anyway, when kids get impatient like that, all I can say is, hey, you see those guys over there that are checking out the building to make sure that when we go in, there really truly isn't danger in that building. The fires aren't going to start up. That's why they're here. That's what they're doing. Well, when do we get to go home? That's all every kid wants to know on Friday morning at 8:45. But, there's got to be some lessons in that. And we are all responsible for teaching our children and the children and making sure that they understand those pieces as well. So anyway, gosh, I guess I was feeling competed against with Peterson's lecture. So I had to do a lecture.
Yeesh.
Mine was just a story, not a lecture.
Yeah.
So are you going to talk about Zach? What do you want to do? You're going to talk
Well, let's talk about Zach real quick. Zach runs a nonprofit here in the state of Minnesota. It is called Roger Up. The guy does a little bit of everything. He's a busy person. He's not going to be slowing down. He's not going anywhere other than staying true to the mission. He's not out. He's not a one and done kind of guy. He knows a lot. I'm really intrigued with the conversations Andrea and Zach were having today. There's a lot of programs. They have a focused female program that is exclusively only females, and that's a real exciting piece. Because I think guys like to think they know where they can put their noses all the time, and they're always just let them go do what they need to do. And you know what? Here's the truth, vice versa. Just so you know, it's everyone has a unique and different approach and need, and we need to remember that. There were a lot of supports that were coming out during the show last night, and where they are and where they're going. They'll have to get away coming up. They have a getaway coming up, and though it's all full right now, it's full right now. I'm sorry, I can't even read. They'll have much more coming soon. That's going to be in July. It just amazing. Awesome opportunity. He built this organization under the concept of a lost brother. And they do say his name. We're going to let this guy in. Oh my gosh. This guy, I tell you what, we got Lucas in the house. I'll put him up on the pretty line with Eichmann.
That's because I'm so pretty.
Yeah, it is because you're so pretty.
Pretty's up.
I was getting to the emotional piece of why Zach built his organization, Roger Up. He lost a brother, Curtis Michael Swenson, killed in action on 4/2/10. And so we want to make sure that we say his name and remember him. But that is why Zach has created Roger Up. The guy's aggressive. He is wearing it on his sleeve. Sometimes, and I'm call it what it is. We bring organizations on this show every Sunday, and sometimes you got the question mark going off. I'm not here to judge, but sometimes you got the question mark going on. what are they getting done? And I don't get to be in Kansas. I don't have eyes. I don't have boots in Kansas. Me and Andrea were talking about that today. Do we create that? Do we create a sounding board of organizations to hold organizations accountable? Here's the deal. If you do that, Mark and Andrea, you better have all your ducks in a row as well. Yep. I'd like to think we do. But, I mean, I don't have a problem sharing this. We have struggled to keep a bookkeeper in the bookkeeper spot for the last 5 years because we get people come in and then they leave. And then Andrea picks up the reins, and it's like, that's not a bad thing. It's all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. But her plate is full and was full. Now, super amazing announcement. We announced it last night, but also last week we had a board meeting for WeP3, and we had the awesome opportunity to vote in a Lauren Iozio out of Texas, who's coming on board as our chief financial officer. And we're super excited to have Lauren and her skill set. Yeah, we have to share with Bobby Krutzinger down there because she does work and help them. I'll have to get over that. But Bobby Krutzinger is moving the world with Operation Texas Strong. And Eric Oligschlager, I was talking about you today. Did you was your nose tickling or your ears tickling? I was talking about you today, and because here's the deal. This is round circle, man. We've just recently brought in a social media group to help us. Beth King and Jimmy King of Craneator's wife is doing a lot of social media stuff for us right now. And they put a post up today, and I'm trying to get all the pieces in play right now. Of course, I've got too many pages, and so it's not working, and I want to make sure I got all the names and everyone's right. But I'm sorry. So she posted, and here it is. She posted a video, a TikTok of Lex Benila. And he is got a following on the reels and this and that. And lo and behold, he's wearing a Shadow Foundation t-shirt. And I'm like, hey, brother. And I reached out to him. I said, we'd love to get you on the show. And he's like, tell me more. And I said, well, we've been doing this and this and this and this and A, B, C, D. And I go, and I noticed you're wearing a Shadow shirt. And we know our boy Eric O down there in Texas. And we know he's doing a great job. And we've had the chance to go down there and support him for his fundraisers. And we sat on the bench for Shadow, and Andrea I sat on the bench, but we got pictures of Andrea on the bench. And it's like, I love when we see the connection through the entire network come together. And who would have known? Who would have known? Love you and miss you, Mr. O. What do you think about that, Andrea?
1,000 times. Look at all those people that I did tag him last night too, because I was missing him. So I did tag him I think I tagged Willis last night too.
You did? You did?
Like personally. Now I did followers and everyone. And then I was like, wait, I'm going to start doing personal tags because I want them to be around. So it didn't work because you're kind of busy on Sunday night too. So
Willis has got stuff to do during that time.
Yeah. Just a little bit of stuff.
It's all there.
Even though I wasn't on the show last night, my daughter actually is a senior in high school, and it was her archery banquet. So it was the last one. So Dad had to be present for my kid, which, I got a junior next year. She'll be a senior next year. Or junior this year, she'll be a senior next year. And then so I got one graduating, then one will be graduating next year. So it's fun, let me tell you. But
have you ever let her shoot an apple off your head?
No. I mean, if she was decent at 15, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Their score is 300, right? That's the max score that they can get. She's normally a 270 shooter. Normally, that's where she ranges. But she has days where she gets 250, 252, 255, and no, I'm just not going to let her.
You don't want the 55-day accident.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Peterson, are you saying you let your daughter shoot an apple off your head?
She's not in the archery club.
Oh. Well, qualifiers. Yes, Eric, I toast you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Craziness. Yes, you were saying Zach and I had quite the conversation today. It was long, and I probably talked a lot. Zach talks a lot too, and I hope he's still listening because I'm kidding. But come on, Dad, if you're gonna be there, thank you for that. That's awesome.
Oh, we're fighting. Okay. Yeah.
That's truth, right? That is truth.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be there to support her, but I'm not going to let her shoot an apple off my head. I am a Marine, and I did eat my crowns today, and it ain't going to happen.
That's awesome. That's awesomeness. So I seriously, truly did practice, and I took a jab about how I pronounce. It's funny. Jesus Daniel Hernandez. I mean, I say it with the accent.
There's Lex.
Because I think that's how you're supposed to say it. Hey, Lex.
Thank you, sir. Chatto. Eric should still be in the. You guys can chatter and banter back and forth. You should be there, but we'll figure it out.
That's funny. There, let's put that up there again. Okay, so you shared already about his son and what he's very open and he's very sharing. So his first song I'm going to try is El Orologio. Oh, I think that was close. Orologio. It's a reminder that we have a very short time and we need to make the best of it. A testament to his love for his son and his brothers that didn't make it home. The second song he shared, this one's a little bit easier. It's La Llorona. It's a folk story of the crying woman, and she's now a vengeful ghost because she roams near bodies of water, mourning her children, whom she drowned in a jealous rage after discovering her husband was unfaithful to her.
Those Italians are crazy. No.
This is a Mexican. It's a Mexican folklore story. Yeah, Mexican folklore. And so it is said that whoever hears her crying either suffers misfortune or death, and their life becomes unsuccessful in every field. So don't go looking. You don't go looking for her. She's very vengeful. I'm going to throw in, I don't know this and I don't want to jinx myself, but probably, especially if you're a man. Just saying. Okay.
Yeah. You don't check 6, this lady. That's what I'm saying.
You just probably keep walking. All right. The very last song he shared, and this was a part from the opera Fedora, and it's called Amor Tiviete, and it's about a woman's love, but it is denied her man. Her eyes say that she loves you, but her kiss says she doesn't want you anymore. It's a little bit. Women are in control. I'm just going to put that out there, being the only woman. And, yeah. So that's, don't trust the eyes, guys. Trust the kiss.
For the record, Andrea's doing an amazing job on her pronunciation, but none of them sounded like the way that.
You made fun of me. I'm not slipping into it because you made fun of me last night. Because I'm speaking my Minnesota English, and then I'm trying to say things the right way, and you're like, oh, you slipped into your, yeah. Yes. Here's Lex again. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. It's like Candyman. Oh, La Llorona.
Do you know this stuff, Flex?
Yes, I told you it's folklore. It's Mexican
Oh my
folklore.
gosh. That's
He knows
crazy.
this. I like
crazy.
you for sharing, Lex. I don't think Jesus. Actually, you know what? Jesus did share that the last time he was on. His voice is amazing. I'm just gonna leave it right there. His voice
He
is
shook.
amazing.
He shook us, but he shook Zach last night. Like the first time. Like, Willis, do you know Jesus Daniel Hernandez? Have you heard him?
No, I don't.
So hang tight. When we get to a song here, make sure you, and we can talk post show. But thanks for showing up, brother.
You're welcome. I do have a show at 7, so
we're gonna impede in that show. You're staying here till we're done. I'm just kidding. What are you in? What time zone are you in?
I'm in Eastern.
Yeah, so your 7 is
So
our
it's 6:10 right now.
All right. Let's real quick. You threw this up in our chat, so tell me what you're thinking, bro.
So this was a topic that we had on our Tip of the Spear Veterans Roundtable that we do once a month. This was presented to the panel as a question and a topic for the night. So who do you want to be seen as a veteran? What type of veteran do you want to be seen as? Do you want to be seen as a veteran that has a servant heart that continues to serve after you get out? Do you want to be seen as the type of veteran that plays the victim card and everything is about what happened to you while you served? Or do you want to be the type of veteran that crawls in a corner and just lives out the end of your days that way? And then 2, are we truly a tribe? So there's all these different veteran communities out there, right? And they say, oh, well, we got your 6, we got your 6, we got your 6. But yet when a veteran is in need, nobody shows up. They say, oh, we're coming. And then they never show up. And we notice that a lot in veteran service organizations that said, oh, well, we'll be there, and nobody shows up. Well, if you're a veteran in need and an organization says, well, we'll show up, and then they don't show up, how do you think that veteran feels? So are we truly a tribe? We say, hey, we got your 6, but nobody lives that way. It's only if it's convenient for the people who say, no, okay, not everybody. Sorry, not everybody.
No.
But because I know if somebody calls me at 3:00 in the morning, I'm answering my phone. If somebody says, hey, I need you to come sit with my husband because he's having a bad day, I've been there. I've done that. I've been that person to show up. But I've also seen where there's organizations out there that say they're helping veterans, but yet they charge veterans to go to their house because they're in need. This veteran's in need, but yet, hey, I'm in Tennessee and you're in Minnesota. It's going to cost me $2,000 that you got to pay to get there, or pay me to get there. And then if you want to volunteer for the organization, they're like, oh, well, you got to pay a subscription to volunteer for our organization. What? No, that's if you're charging people to be part of your organization, to help your organization, I don't want to say prosper, but grow, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And if you're charging veterans to go to their house because they're having they're struggling or whatnot, and you're charging them to just go check on them and sit and be a battle buddy, bro, that's wrong. You're not supposed to do that. And then the last part of that, can we get the extreme of veterans to come together? And this is, okay, you got the SEAL Foundation, you got your Green Beret Foundation, you got all these different communities out there, and you got the big name, I'm not even going to name names, but you got the big name veteran service organizations out there. All they care about is their veterans. They don't care about the mom and pop organizations that are out here helping veterans. But if I go to one of the big names and I decide, oh, this is not working for me, but yet I want to go to another organization, a mom and pop, the big name organization is going to get pissed off. because I left, I'm taking funding out of their pocket. So can we
It
get
is. It is a lot like church in a sense, because you want your partitioners to come to put money in the collection plate,
right?
and you can't have them turn anywhere. And so, what are you doing to keep them there? And again, it's all ass backwards. And again, I'm constantly having conversations about how do you create the resources? How do you create? We've got 58,000 organizations in our country saying they're helping veterans and first responders.
Yeah.
We're not connecting.
No,
We're
that's the
not
problem.
connecting.
That's the problem. Everybody wants to do their own thing and not work with other organizations. Now, with my podcast, what we like doing is highlighting the mom and pop, the grassroots ones out there that love working with other organizations, because that's the only way we are going to end that 22 is if we all come together and work together to end that. As that's the only way we're going to end that. So that's what that question that I threw up there. Uh, who do you want to be seen as a veteran? What type of veteran do you want to be seen as? For like me, when I got out in 2004 the second time, I went into working veteran charity work. I started doing that day one. As soon as I got out, I pretty much was right into working with the local nonprofits here in my area. And I did that until 2020, when I resigned from my last one, my last board that I was on, and then I started the podcast. Our first episode was 23. Our first episode was February of 23, and that I'm still serving in a different capacity, and I still go out and volunteer, and I take my daughters with me, and they have a blast when we go out to either we're doing equine therapy or we're out taking Mission Barbecue to the homeless veterans down in downtown Louisville or whatnot. So or we're rebuilding a home for a homeless veteran. So we still do that, and not as frequent because the podcast does keep me super busy, and then plus my day job. Um, but we still get out and we still do that because that's something that's always been in my heart to do, is to go help my brothers and sisters out there who are less fortunate than I am. So but yeah, so that's who I want to be seen as a veteran. I want to be seen as a veteran who is out there helping my brothers and sisters, and I'm loyal, and and my integrity is in track, because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do that. That's and then I think there has been a major shift in the community, especially on TikTok, where at one point it was toxic. Like if you got on Vet Talk or Mill Talk on TikTok, um, everybody was against everybody. They're like, "Oh, you're stolen valor, or you're this, or you're that." And then over the last 2 years, I guess it's 2 years now, maybe a year and a half, there's been a very big shift in where all these veteran communities within TikTok have now come together and created this community where everybody is helping everybody. There's this guy on there. His name is Scrappy. He goes by Dude in a Jeep. He lives in Alabama. He lives in Alabama, and he will travel. He just went down to Miami, where Kizzy, who is she's a veteran. She's from the um, Virgin Islands, but she served in our military, because I mean it is a territory of the United States, but she served in the military. Well, she was stuck in Miami in a hospital because she's going through some kind of experimental treatment for what she's got wrong with her, and her kids and husband are still in the Virgin Islands. So he went down there, and she was getting ready to be released so she can get an apartment so she didn't have to stay in the hospital during her treatment. And she needed the funds to come up with it. Well, Dude in a Jeep went down there, started a live and I don't know if it was a GoFundMe. It was some kind of fundraiser. And within 15 minutes, they had $5,000 raised. That was enough for the deposit, enough for her to get the apartment, and then a little to have the family come here to be with her during this. And I think there's another fundraiser going on to get furniture for her as well. And so many people I mean, when I was in his live, there was over 400 people in his live. I mean, literally, it was a godsend moment. If you were there, you were in tears, because it was just watching the total just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. That's the type of movement that we need in the veteran community, where we all come together to help support. Yeah, granted, I know that there's a lot of people out there that take advantage of the system. Don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of them out there that take advantage of the system and abuse it. Um, but that's where you have to properly vet people. And unfortunately, you have to vet people nowadays. You can't take everybody at face value anymore. So you have to vet them just to make sure they are who they say they are, and then move forward. If you once you prove that they're legit or not. So
That's the gigantic crazy piece in the fact that we do have service members that have lifelong issues, and it is, where's their growth? You're trying to get your, if you keep coming to the well, and it's not sustainable for the organizations to keep these frequent flyers in their wheelhouse. And when do you cut? We ran into this a couple of years ago when we brought in a guy, and his heart was all about what we were doing. He was going to, his son had an issue, a health issue. He had a health issue. Well, we helped the family out. We gave them a Christmas family experience because they weren't going to get to have one that year. Come to find out, after we helped them, they had stopped and shopped with every organization in the state, and to like the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. And it's just like, yeah, they didn't lie to us. They do have struggles, but how are they helping? And are we helping them? I mean, if you're laying out the breadcrumbs for them, are you really helping them sometimes? And I'm not here to be the judge in those aspects either. I am always going to err in helping when a veteran reaches out to us if we have the resources.
yeah.
And I like this crowdfunding piece, and we have a veteran we'd really like to take care of who is not asking for any help whatsoever, and they are struggling and they will not ask. And I'm just like, we've got to do something. We got to do something. And we started a campaign, and we can't put their stuff out there because they don't want their stuff out there. And I'm like, ask so we can help you. And they're like, we'll make it. We'll be blessed somehow. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And that's the frustrating piece, because you're right. We've managed so many asks on we have this in the wheelhouse. We have this need. This is what needs to be done. We've always come to fruition on the ask. It's when we don't have the resources in the coffers to accommodate some of these other asks that could make a gigantic difference and would need to really be done, but the resources aren't there.
Right. No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, there's, I see a lot in veteran nonprofits, and we call them frequent flyers in the nonprofit, because they will go to this organization, and then they come and they circle back to your organization, and it's always the same group of people pretty much that keep going to all these same events and not allowing other veterans to take spots, because they take them all up. So there's a lot of organizations that, if you've been to one of their events in the last year, you can't go for another year. So you have to wait. That way, which I think is the best route to go. So if there's a fishing tournament or a fishing event in, say, on Lake Erie, for like Montana Warriors on the Water, well, you can't go to that same event until a year later or 2 years later. You have to wait a whole year, which is smart, because you just too many veterans abuse the system and don't allow I can't say don't allow, because it's the organization that, picks it. But if they get on there and fill out the application before somebody else, you just got to, you just can't abuse the system. That's what I'm thinking.
We have a guy that recently asked, and I don't have a problem not mentioning names, this and that. He recently reached out. He said, I'm a 100% disabled vet. I have water pooling in my house. If I got these gutters fixed, it would be everything in my house would be taken care of. It's all good. And I got out there and started doing some research. And this guy's got a whole social media channel that all he does is spend his day. And people don't take me the wrong way on this one. I know that our brothers and sisters need to use medicinal things to help them get through their day. But this guy is showcasing daily the use and product and the whole lines and stuff. He's got more money in bongs than he could have paid for the drainage system on his house. But he's got 900 bongs sitting in his house so he can take care. And I'm like, okay, gutters are going to be on you, buddy. They ain't going to be coming from us. Sorry. But why? I'm disabled. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Well, I don't want you to miss out, man. Andrew, do you got anything else? We should talk about our guests this coming week, and then maybe we should exit on a song and let Willis hear this and let him get on to his next show.
Yes, we can do that. You can do that. Hey, guys, keep Reads Across America in your mind. We're nearing the Christmas in July time. If you can think about Christmas in July, I know it's hot down where you Southerners are from, but check out your nearest Reads Across America National Cemetery. WeP3 Radio, Alive and Kickin'. I'm just going to throw up a link here. I say we, but I'm going to give this to Peterson. He adds music darn near daily. So check it out. It's superb. And it just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. I love it. I love it. So much to listen to and enjoy. And then our guests this coming week are, excuse me, Tony Woodman, and she and I had conversations so long ago, and we finally got her coming on, and she is with Advocates for Vets, with the 4 in there, Advocates for Vets. And I think Peterson's been catching up with her lately, and she's moving in and out of our network. And then we have Cody Kelly Music. This is a new person. Super excited to hear Cody's music.
And he's a first responder. We don't get very many first responder musicians. I mean, we do, but he is a first responder. And so, Willis, you got anything you need to get off real quick?
Yeah, there's a veteran singer called Will Theory, Thiery, Will Theory. He's got a song out called "I'm Living Proof." This song will. It put it this way: before it was released, it was already topping the charts. It's just a song that you need to listen to. So go check out Will Theory. It's called "I'm Living Proof." He's got another song called "Proudly in America," "Proudly in the USA," and a few others. But this one, "I'm Living Proof," will tug at your heartstrings, big time. So go check out Will Theory. That's Thiery. He's on Spotify, Amazon, or he's not on Amazon. He's getting ready to switch over to DistroKid to be on Amazon too, but he's on all the other major platforms.
He's good. I think we had him on the show, but I can't find what date. I can't find the date. Not finding him. Dang it. I was going to share the date of it so you could go check it out. Yeah, good guy. Good guy, good messages.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Kimmy, no, I will pass. Now, I can't tell. Is that a Marine uniform that she's wearing? I think it might be, but I can't really tell. I might let you, if you're a Marine, I might let you pull the trigger maybe.
She might be. She might be.
I can't tell. It looks like a it
Army.
might. Is it
Army?
Army? Is it
I
Army?
believe it's Army.
Oh, then never mind. You can't.
You can't.
I don't trust Army. Army. Oh, hey, check this out. You guys will like this.
What do you got there?
So that's the front. It says home front sit rep, and it says hashtag be someone stranger. And then on the back, it's got all the logos on air, and then it says we got your six. Well, on this side, we
very
got
nice.
there.
That's awesome.
So we got those made. I got 100 of them made. I'm selling them for $25 a piece. And I'm just going to basically take the money out that I get to make new ones, and then the rest of the money is going to be donated to a veteran service organization. We're going to take a randomized wheel, put all these different veteran service organizations, and the money's going to get donated to them. So
outstanding.
Very cool. Very
Check
cool.
them out.
Those are awesome.
well,
Go check out Willis and the sit rep. Get her done,
you can go to homefrontsitrep.com. That's our website, homefrontsitrep.com. You can see all the nonprofits, veteran singers, authors, everything that everybody that we've interviewed. We're actually getting ready to be on our 200th episode, which I'm super excited about. So come check us out. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, a little bit everywhere.
Is there a period between the home front?
What, on homefrontsitrep.com?
Yeah.
No, it's just all one word, homefrontsitrep.com.
All right. Home front sit rep. The SITREP, right?
Yep.
Just want to make sure. Gosh, we don't get to do drop-ins that often, but we want to make sure we get the information. I take time to go look on the other screen what the
Kimmer's got you. Okay, Willie.
Willie. Ooh, I hadn't heard that name forever. I'm sorry for butchering your name, Kimmer. Sorry, forgive me. I'm a Marine and I ain't ate my crowns yet.
You need to get ready for your day.
I do.
So
right?
we're gonna throw out our last song, get this done, and we're gonna do the one that I can pronounce, just so that I'm smart that way. And so
you're lying. There's not one you can.
This is our walking tenor, Jesus Daniel Hernandez. Say it, Eichmann, so everyone knows how it's really pronounced.
No, you're good. You did great.
And this is La Lorna.
Oh, close. Great job.
Todos me dicen el negro llorona, negro, pero cariñoso. Todos me dicen el negro llorona, negro, pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona, picante pero sabroso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona, picante pero sabroso. Ay de mi llorona, llorona, llorona de azul celeste. Ay de mi llorona, llorona, llorona de azul celeste. El que no sabe de amores.
Oh no! What just happened, folks?
You cut it off, man.
It is what it is.
Well, you did. Why you did?
I can't cut it off when it's right here. Should I start again? Or should we just get out of here?
Well, you can play it. Thank you, Kimmer.
I got to run now.
Very much. And
Get going, brother. Thanks for being here.
I'll be good. Thank you for the invite.
Absolutely. We'll
Y'all
see
need
you
to join. Y'all need to join the tip of the spear one of these days.
Yes.
We'll get it done.
So we got one coming up at the end of this month. So y'all need to join.
Okay, now that I know ahead of time, I have not scheduled a WeP Reads Across America meeting, so I will avoid that on the same night, and then we can.
So it's the 28th. It will be the 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Eastern.
Put it on the calendar. Thank you, Willis.
You're welcome. I'll see y'all later.
Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
You switched from platform to platform. Is that what you did?
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll get back there and we will finish the song. All of us will just have to hear it one more time. But I was getting ready to. It is what it is. Oh,
It
that's
is.
terrible. That's terrible. Terrible.
Do you want me to say?
Say what?
Daniel Hernandez with La Llorona.
Yeah, here's the full song, folks.
Todos me dicen el negro llorona, negro, pero cariñoso. Todos me dicen el negro llorona, negro, pero cariñoso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona, picante, pero sabroso. Yo soy como el chile verde llorona, picante, pero sabroso. Ay de mi llorona, 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 de azul celeste. Ay de mi llorona, 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 de azul celeste. El que no sabe de amores, llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio. El que no sabe de amores, llorona, no sabe lo que es martirio. No sé lo que tienen las flores, llorona, las flores que van pasando. No sé lo que tienen las flores, llorona, las flores que van pasando. Que cuando las mueve el viento, llorona, parece que están llorando. Que cuando las mueve el viento, llorona, parece que están llorando. Ay de mi llorona, 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 cuando te vi. Ay de mi llorona, llorona, cuando al pasar te vi. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero